This is where Rosa DeLauro loses control of the hearing.
ATF proposes a cut of 26% below the current level. How can you justify such a massive cut without inevitably weakening ATF's ability to help our state and local law enforcement fight illegal gun trafficking? How many ATF law enforcement officers and industry operations investigators do you anticipate will be lost to attrition as a result of this funding reduction you're proposing?
So, I am a career prosecutor, and I believe in keeping America safe, making America safe. First, what we're doing is ATF is going to be brought over with DEA. Everyone knows, everyone sitting up here, guns and drugs go together. They go together. We're going to make it more efficient. What I will tell you will not be happening is ATF agents will not be knocking on the doors of legal gun owners in the middle of the night asking them about their guns. They're going to be out on the streets. If I can finish, they're going to be out on the streets.
I have three
No.
minutes.
You asked me a question.
I did, and
you asked me a question.
And you haven't
I'm gonna
answered my
it.
question.
So they're going to be out on the streets working
You haven't
hand in hand
answered my
with
question.
DEA
You
to
haven't
violate.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like an answer to my question. And the question is not being answered. How many ATF law enforcement officers and industry operations investigators do you anticipate will be lost to attrition as a result of the funding reduction you are proposing? You are proposing a 26% cut to ATF for fiscal year 2026, as well as a 4.4% cut to DEA. So you're going to merge the two agencies together, and then you're going to shortchange their resources, so neither one of them will be able to do the job that they have been designed to do. You've got a 34% cut to the high-intensity drug trafficking areas program, no dedicated money at all for the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force. So, my view, it's fair to say that the Trump administration proposal shortchanges federal efforts to stop illegal gun trafficking and federal efforts to stop the flow of dangerous illegal drugs like fentanyl.
As I was attempting to answer your question very calmly, unlike you,
Excuse me, Madam Attorney General. Answer yes or no. Tell me what the numbers are. I don't want to hear all of your filibuster about this. Go ahead, please. Tell us the numbers.
So we are reorganizing. ATF agents want to be out on the street.
Okay,
working
let me answer the
DEA
question for you.
agents.
I'm going to answer it for you. Page, Mr. Chairman, you give me a certain amount of time, and I have a high respect for you, but I don't have to listen, nor do my colleagues have to listen to a filibuster when it's a simple question. But I have an answer to your question. It's page 146 of the department's fiscal year 2026 budget, and the performance summary explicitly says, and let me quote, ATF will eliminate 541 industry operation investigators, reducing ATF's capacity to regulate the firearms and explosive industries by approximately 40% in fiscal year 2026. ATF will perform fewer regulatory inspections. And the department summary goes on to say, and let me quote, ATF anticipates a reduction of approximately 284 support personnel and 186 agents based on historical attrition patterns, and these personnel cuts will impact ATF across various functions, unquote. If the capacity to regulate firearms industry is reduced by 40%, if you are losing 186 ATF law enforcement agents on top of that, it is clear the direction you are headed with this budget, and that's what it is, isn't it? The proposal will weaken our ability to stop gun trafficking, and it will greatly reduce ATF support for state and local law enforcement that helps them prevent and solve violent crimes. It's a bad proposal.
Do you want to hear my answer in 3 seconds? You mentioned regulatory functions. We will not be having ATF agents go to the doors of gun owners in the middle of the night asking them about their guns, period. They will be out on the streets with DEA, guns and drugs.
How many
go
are
together.
gone?
It will be attrition. We are not firing agents. They will be working.
How many
with
have taken
CEA.
attrition?
Can I tell you that they all want to be on the streets? They want to be doing their jobs. They want to be.
But you're getting them
seizing
off
guns.
the streets.
They want.
You're getting
to,
them
we're
off the
putting
streets.
them on the
And-
streets.
Be aware here. I absolutely love the Second Amendment. Okay, what I mean by this here is that I carry. All right, I have a license to carry. I have concealed carry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So when it comes down to the ATF has always had like a really, really troubling, let's say, past with gun owners specifically. Now, the purple hair lady, be fully aware here, she doesn't have a gun. All right. And everything in me tells me that she lives in a place where people also most likely do not carry firearms at all under any circumstance. So they're like, hey, listen, we need to go ahead and amp up the ATF exclusively, it seems, right? To go ahead and target the people that obviously don't vote like me because they probably don't vote. The gun owner, the average common typical gun owner probably does not vote like the purple hair lady, guys. Let's just be completely honest here. Let's, I'm sorry. Call it what it is when we see it. All right. Now, the idea of attrition is it's intriguing here because, guys, this is not like a mass firing event. Understand this happens when people are going into like retirement ages. They've been working for this the company or like the government, for example, for a really, really long time, and they're retiring. That's it here, guys, and they do not have enough people to basically replace them. All right. Now, the average officer, I can only imagine if you are a federal police officer, let's just say this here. And your job is basically a desk job, I'm sure you're super hype and happy to finally be able to go ahead and do something other than, puncture holes in people's dogs, ATF. Because that's basically what they do here. They do a little bit more than that. I'm just being facetious here. But just be fully aware here. They're pretty much known for not caring about your rights at all when they do come and accost you thoroughly as a legal gun owner coming to your property, bro. But let's break through this for a second here. Pam Bondi did not answer any of these questions. Right? Filibustering, absolutely. She just didn't want that woman's question to basically be answered, even though obviously she had the facts, and the facts are, obviously available to the public. If that makes any sense, you can see these numbers here, and it's happening. It is in fact happening. You're making budget cuts to organizations that pretty much large scale Trump's base absolutely hates, right? Because these are generally the gun owners. All right. I've never heard anyone in the shooting community, the gun community, be like, you know what? Hold on, guys. I love the ATF. The ATF are my friends. Them or people who like outdoors type of stuff, like I do, guys. Sorry. I have an outdoors channel, Outdoor Boyd, by the way. Check me out. The Bureau of Land Management, BLM, along with ATF, these are basically the boogeymen in our federal government system. And generally, those large scale are generally, those are going to be the people that are considered Trump supporters kind of by default, because I don't know, they just seem, everyone I run into likes Trump, if that makes any sense here. Shoots guns, camps, hikes. Well, maybe not hike, but shoots guns, camps, right? They do a lot of bushcrafty type of things here, guys. I mean, it's just a different type of vibe, I guess, that exists on the other side of things, I'd say. And she seems to not understand that angle, but that's fine, I guess, right? The second thing I want to go ahead and point out is, obviously Pam Bondi didn't answer the question, but they're also coming from two like massively different ideologies, right? So DeLauro is under the impression that less ATF agents means obviously less enforcement. Based off the statistics that she basically just gave here, it kind of sounds like it, right? While Pam Bondi is coming from more of like a philosophical end here of things by saying the more we can get the ATF out of here, because the base of people absolutely strongly detests BLM, as in Bureau of Land Management, all right, and ATF. Okay, these two entities are absolute terrors if you ever encounter them. Like if you have to encounter them by any means, generally. DeLauro is the one that was actually coming with the facts. I have to kind of point this out here because I'm honest here. She came with hardcore facts. Pam Bondi didn't want to answer it. This was definitely a very interesting thing here. Pam Bondi was trolling her, though. I will say, though, she pointed out saying, hey, listen, I'm calm. I'm answering these questions calm. You are baiting her, all right? You're filibustering on purpose, and you're baiting her because you want a clip or something on the internet or something. This is what we just encountered here, all right? This is absolutely hilarious, but it's also sad that this is our federal government and this is how they deal with each other. Because two government employees, understand this here, two government employees, public servants working for the people, okay, are acting like this, right, at a hearing. It's a little bit wild, all right? But on the outside, if we were to separate that, it's absolutely hilarious watching these two people kind of go back and forth with each other. Honesty. But it's also incredibly sad. This is the current state of our union, all right? It's sad. It's sad. It's pitiful, actually. All right? We need to do better as a whole. But either way, listen, guys, you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and catch you guys later.